Mondulkiri. Even the name sounds like a whisper, doesn't it? Tucked away in the northeast corner of Cambodia, it's a world away from the temples of Angkor or the bustling streets of Phnom Penh. This is a different Cambodia, raw, untamed, a place where the land still feels wild. Imagine rolling hills carpeted in thick jungle. Waterfalls cascade through the dense foliage, their roar echoing in the stillness. Red dirt roads wind through the landscape, leading to remote villages where life moves at a different pace. This is Mondulkiri, a province where nature still reigns supreme. Elephants roam free in its protected forests. Tigers and leopards stalk their prey in the shadows. It's a place where you can still get lost in the wilderness and where the echoes of the past linger in the air. The air is different here too, cool and crisp in the highlands, a welcome change from the stifling heat of the lowlands. It's the kind of air that makes you want to breathe deep, to fill your lungs with the scent of pine needles and damp earth. This is a place to escape, to reconnect with nature, to lose yourself in the raw beauty of the Cambodian wilderness. For centuries, the Bunong people have called these highlands home. They are the soul of Mondulkiri, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the forest. Their villages, often little more than clusters of wooden longhouses, are scattered across the province. The Bunong are hunters and gatherers, their lives dictated by the seasons. They move through the forest with an intimacy born of generations, their knowledge passed down from parent to child. They know the secrets of the plants, the language of the animals. They understand the delicate balance of life in this fragile ecosystem. Their traditions are as rich and vibrant as the land itself. They celebrate the harvest with ancient ceremonies, their music and dance echoing through the trees. They believe in spirits that inhabit the forest, their lives guided by a deep respect for the natural world. But life in Mondulkiri has not always been easy for the Bunong. They have faced encroachment on their land, their traditions threatened by the modern world. The French arrived in Mondulkiri in the late 19th century, their influence leaving an indelible mark on the region. They saw the potential in Mondulkiri's fertile highlands, establishing plantations to cultivate coffee, rubber and other cash crops. The French presence brought with it new infrastructure, including roads and buildings. Seine-Monorom, the provincial capital, still bears the architectural scars of this colonial past. French villas, their paint faded and peeling, stand as a reminder of a bygone era. But the French legacy in Mondulkiri is a complex one. While they brought some development to the region, they also exploited its resources and people. The Bunong were often forced to work on French plantations, their traditional way of life disrupted. The French influence in Mondulkiri may have waned, but its impact is still felt today. The province is still grappling with the legacy of colonialism, struggling to find a balance between development and preservation. The horrors of the Khmer Rouge regime in the 1970s cast a long shadow over Cambodia, and Mondulkiri was no exception. The province became a battleground, its people caught in the crossfire. Many fled into the jungle, seeking refuge in the dense forests. The Khmer Rouge era left its mark on Mondulkiri, its scars still visible today. The province lost much of its population and its infrastructure was devastated. But even in the face of such adversity, the spirit of Mondulkiri endured. Today, Mondulkiri is experiencing a slow but steady recovery. Tourism is on the rise, drawn by the province's natural beauty and rich cultural heritage. Conservation efforts are underway to protect its forests and wildlife, and the Bunong people are working to preserve their traditions, ensuring that their culture continues to thrive for generations to come.